Hello and welcome to another video from Double Rail. This is a update video for July 2018. It's been a while since we've done any videos. We've been doing an awful lot of work behind the scenes, so I thought I'd give you guys a quick look at what we've been doing. So you might recognize this part of the layout. It's basically the transition section from the old part of the layout that's off here to my left, and then the new part of the layout that's down here on the right. So this section I've been working on for quite some time. I used to have some card-built buildings here, and I basically got stalled. It was taking a lot of time and effort to build those buildings. I didn't quite get the results that I liked. So what I'm going to decide to do was I'm going to go and basically rebuild this entire section of the layout with 3D printed buildings. As you can see here, I've been working away building some 3D printed buildings. These are all ones that I've made myself using the Blender open source software. And basically they've been designed up, and these ones have been painted a little bit and so on. So it's been a work in progress, but it's kind of starting to look pretty good. Just to give you an idea, it took me about 2 days to 3D print about 6 buildings with just one printer, and I made more progress with a 3D printer in just a couple of days than I had in about 2 years, and trying to psych myself up to spending hours and hours building card kits. The nice things with these 3D printed buildings is that once you design them up and you print them out, the 3D printer does all the hard work, and then you just kind of have to do some prep work at the end. Like I'll either paint these or I'll spray them with adhesive glue like this, and we'll use some texture card kits or something like that. But I think this part of the layout's going to be pretty cool. And so if you're interested in 3D printing, keep an eye out for some more of our videos. We're going to be probably 3D printing a lot more in the layout. One of the things that I've been waiting for a long time is for the 3D printer technology to kind of catch up and make it sort of cost effective to go and 3D print stuff and make it easier, give you the kind of quality that you need. So for example, this hasn't been pre-processed yet, but you can see I printed out a viaduct relatively easy, and so it fit right in there in the layout. So it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy, and I'm quite happy with the results. So update time. So aside from the 3D printing, which we've been doing a lot of, I installed some new lights. So we have these new lights all the way down here, all the way across the back of the layout, and some off this way behind to the new old section of the layout. I still have about 6 lights to install. They're actually pretty interesting. If I tilt the camera up just a little bit, you can see here. Basically the modular, so we have one that actually plugs into the electrical outlet in the ceiling, and then the rest of them are daisy chained. So you can daisy chain about 5 or 6 or 7 of them, depending on the size of the ones that you use. So you can see here I've kind of alternated between double and single ones, just because if I ran double all the way along, it would just be way too. The elevated trat section that's down there, I'm going to save that for another video, just because I've been 3D printing a kind of a cool new item for the last day or two, and I think folks are going to be interested in that, but that's something that deserves its own video. The other thing I've been doing is purchasing some railway items, just to make it easier to actually 3D print the real thing. Plus I kind of found some cool stuff online here in the States that I thought I'd check out. So I'm going to give you guys a quick tour of that, and we're also going to show you some of the kind of shelving and stuff that we built, as well as the new area for the 3D printers. So if you give me just a second, we're going to go and give you a quick tour. Okay, so this is the entrance to the Double Rail layout, with basically the stairs down from upstairs to the basement. You can see here we've picked up a British Rail era station sign. I'm going to give you a little tip as to something we're working on later on. Down here we have some blueprints that I've framed up, and up here I've got some certificates for limited edition logos. Nothing too crazy, and of course down the bottom here we have all these boxes and the layout that you are familiar with. So what I'm going to do next is basically just give you a quick look at some of the other stuff that's out here on the wall. I've got some kind of cool stuff. It's a bit of a shine on the blueprints here from the lighting and stuff, but I'll try to get at least somewhat of a look at it, and we'll give you a look at some of your stuff we've been doing as well. And yep, it's a real station sign. You can even see it's got the old paint on it. It's been remounted with some screws, mounted into a wooden block that's mounted to the wall. These rivets were already knocked out by the previous owner, so nothing crazy there. You can see here we've been picking up some of these aluminum signs, which is why they're a bit shiny. But it's kind of cool. Right there in the center, we're probably going to put a timetable or maybe a map of the double rail layout, since it's quite large. And then some of the collectible stuff we've been picking up. You can see there's a roadworks lamp from the 40s and 50s, and then there's a 1950s, 1960s double crossing sign as well. You can see over there we have the layout, a lot of the boxes, and as I mentioned, kind of impede running a lot of wiring and stuff under the layout. Here you can see some of the blueprints that we have on the wall and so on. So we'll do some more on that later. And if you come down here, I've got a box of track that's kind of waiting, some installation. My wife's elliptical, and it's still the basement, so you'll have to excuse the mess a little bit. You can see over this way we have the layout, and it's waiting the rest of the layout. It's the original part of the layout, and then we have this section of the layout that you can see is undergoing some heavy 3D printing work, and then we've got some lamps and stuff going on in the background. Down through here have some books and various documents that I've picked up for doing research and stuff. And then over here we have the first 3D printer. This is the JG Aurora A5, and I basically print a lot of stuff from a USB stick using interface. And you can see I've gone to a lot of trouble to nicely package up and store a lot of rolling stock here, and you can see I have quite a few boxes of unopened rolling stock that I need to get and do some reviews for. And as I move over this way, you can see I've got more locos on the shelves. Going to have a lot of running sessions. You can see all the sticky notes. I've been doing quite a lot of research and design work, and also you'll notice, if you haven't checked it out yet, the new double rail website. Finally got around to doing that. And then this is the faster, slightly better Z603A or 603S printer. This one's slightly smaller in terms of footprint compared to the A5, but it does do slightly, I think it's like a millimeter more accurate in resolution and a little bit faster. So I use that for doing a lot of research. You can see down here started to put together some decent stuff for the servers. In behind here you can see the machine that does all the work. It's a Dell Bachmann server, and it's got an external graphics card, and power supply in the corner is actually powering the graphics card. Got a scanner, smaller 3D printer stuff, more rolling stock, and then if I swing over here, you can see I'm doing quite a lot of work on the layout right now. Doing some filming with the camera and the light box. Did some ballasting. It's still work in progress. You can see I'm getting ready to install some of my own trunking and the 3D printed point machines. And over here I'm going to be doing some wiring later on with a new product as well. This is a actual BOR station lamp. Picked it up off of eBay a little while ago, and you can see here usual stuff, some controllers and more controllers, and a little hint of what locos you might see running in the near future on the layout. If I come over here, you can see, you'll have to excuse the mess. Like I said, it is the basement. Got a lot more locos and rolling stock down here, and then the final batch of storage, rolling stock and so on down there. It's worked out pretty well. Now you can see here one of the other reasons why I've been not running any running sessions for a while, doing a lot of balancing and other work over on this part of the layout, and it's starting to take shape. You can see there, I started to put something together to run track level across the top. One of the problems I had with the elevated trot section is after I put the plaster cloth on there, it didn't exactly dry out flat, so I had to come up with a better way to build that out. Alright, so it's a bit of a quick tour of the basement here, maybe another sneak peek at what you might see later in the week. But yep, the videos are coming back, and if I duck down here, it's looking pretty nice. Let's have a look where things we have going on. Oh, there's an Australian guy mentioned using an IKEA card for something. I watched one of his videos. I'll put his channel name if I remember it into the link. Can't remember off the top of my head now. But yeah, it was a good idea, so I borrowed that. It's an IKEA stand. Have all the 3D printer ink down the bottom, some of the ballasting stuff there, and then some tools on the top. You can see here, big stack of PLA. More of that somewhere else as well, so that's all looking good. And then down here for the electrification project, it's a real working OLE. We have all the bits and pieces for that. I'll start 3D printing some of that stuff as well. Got a new soldering station. This is an SME rework station. So we'll be showing you guys in the upcoming video how to solder and stuff like that. It also has this really handy heat gun, so we'll be showing you how to do that kind of stuff. And soldering is not that bad. I know a lot of people shy away from it, but with the right tools, it actually works pretty well. And then finally, a little see if people can understand what this is. And this is a lamp off of something that's pretty old. Picked up at eBay for half nothing. Posted on a couple of channels. It's definitely British from the original owner's documentation and stuff on it, but not quite sure what railway it belonged to. If I spin it around, it does appear to have, I think it's hard to see in this light, but it does have MR, I think, written there in the upper corner, but I don't know if it's in handwriting or if it's actually engraved. I think it's pretty old. So if anybody has any idea what that is or what it's from, obviously it's a lamp, but you know, post in the comments below. I'd be interested to see if anybody knows. I posted on a couple of boards and forums, and no one isn't quite sure where it's from. Alright, so lots of testing and some other stuff going on here, and we'll be doing some videos on 3D printing stuff, and obviously the lighting. I did mention the lighting at the start of the video, as you can see there. It's all nicely and well lit. Alright, so I got a bunch of stuff, as you can see, to finish up this weekend, so I'm going to get back to it. Hope you guys enjoyed the update, and stay tuned for some 3D printing videos in the near future.